Ladies and gentlemen, NextGenTactics is proud to present a man with immense talent. And by talent, I mean the time on his hands to play video games, and then talk over them and post them on YouTube. That's right. But I'd like to introduce you now to DCRU Colin. What's going on, guys? My name is Colin, and I gotta tell you, it's an immense privilege to be able to bring you this video here on NextGenTactics. And while the size of this audience is pretty cool and pretty overwhelming, I'm going to tell you a bit about myself. I'm in my 30s, and I'm a gamer dad. I have a career, a professional engineer, and I was a late bloomer into gaming. I didn't start playing until basically Call of Duty World at War as far as online FPS games are concerned. So what I'd like to do is produce content that helps people get the most out of the game, have fun, and also, play to win. And that's basically the focus. And I started playing with World at War, went back to COD 4, and then, when Modern Warfare 2 came along, I played that for quite a long time, put a lot of time into the game, and then decided that I would rather basically, slam my hand in a car door than put that game in my Xbox again. So what I did was I went out and picked up a copy of Battlefield Bad Company 2. So I don't want to mislead you guys. A lot of the content that I produce is based on Battlefield. But also, with the release of Black Ops, I went and checked that out, and I was really impressed with it. It's probably the most fun Call of Duty game that I've played. So, on my channel, I deliver Battlefield content and also a bit of Black Ops. And, I'm going to talk about the different type of content that I produce and give you guys a bit of a sampling as opposed to sort of a full game commentary. And what I'm showing right here is some defensive gameplay in Battlefield Bad Company 2, playing the Rush game type, and I'm running the Engineer kit. So my job here is to basically deal with vehicles, and also do my best to try and deplete the enemy of tickets, because in this particular situation, they were attempting to blow up our MCOM stations, which in Battlefield, you need to defend or attack. And, because they were trying to blow them up from afar, I had to push up and get a bunch of kills in order to end the game. And, what I talk about is strategies for various different scenarios that are going to arise in-game, and how you can play your role effectively in order to have fun and also help your team win. Because what I've really enjoyed about playing Battlefield is that, it is a team-oriented game. There's a lot of strategy that goes into it, especially when you come up against strong opposition. So what I like to do is talk about kit selections that I found to be particularly effective in-game, and go through the maps and give routes and tactics that have worked for me and my team. And right here is an example of a playbook video that I created where I'm identifying control points that you want to focus on in green and also lay out the threats in red. And the intent with this concept is to basically present the map and present the play and have it shown on the video while it plays out. So what I'm trying to demonstrate here is my ideal attacking strategy, and that would be to hang down the right-hand side, grab the Alpha objective, arm it, defend it, destroy it, and then flank all the way in behind the enemy base. Now in this situation, that doesn't actually work out. So what happens is we establish a control point in front of the enemy, and we maintain a mobile spawn there, and we're actually able to go and take these two objectives separately. So why don't I just kind of talk through how I attack the Alpha objective so you guys can kind of get a feel for my gameplay commentary. So what I want to do is basically keep an eye on the threats that I've identified, and right here I'm looking at a heavy MG tower. And what happens in Battlefield is you're tasked with either attacking or defending the two objectives, and you're given 75 tickets to do that on the attack. And every time you die and have to respawn into the game, that depletes you by 1 ticket. So in a 12v12 game, 75 tickets can go very quickly if you don't use them wisely. So what I do is basically just sneak around, stay behind cover, and arm the Alpha objective. Now once that's armed, I want to basically post up and prevent the enemies from disarming that charge. And after a timer goes off, it's destroyed and you take down the objective. There are 2, so this is only Alpha that I'm working on right now. Eventually we're going to have to fall back and deal with Bravo. And, I like to break down the game into the tactics, especially with Battlefield, which is the game that I play most often. And in Battlefield, I have a regular team that I play with, so we do have routes and roles and strategies that we normally employ game after game. When I play Call of Duty, which isn't as frequent, but I still do have a lot of fun with that game, what I like to try and do is sort of bring a noobish perspective to the game, as it were, and help people sort of have fun without being super elite. Because, as I said, I'm a bit of a late bloomer gamer. I didn't start playing online FPS games until I was in my 30s. So, you know, the Twitch reactions and the things that you have when you're like 16, 17 years old and you've been playing FPSs for quite a while, those didn't come naturally to me. So I had to sort of use my head, play smart, and, you know, figure out a way to not get absolutely slaughtered by kids with better reflexes and still have fun and win the games. And something that I've introduced on my own channel is the concept of an HF over PO ratio. And what that is the amount of time that you're having fun playing a game over the amount of time that you're pissed off. And that is more important than your win-loss ratio, your KD, all of that. Especially, you know, when you're an older gamer, you don't have all the time in the world to be on your console or PC or you know, whatever your platform of choice is, but, you know, you still want to have a good time and make the most of it. And in that situation, you know, you can't be striving, I found personally, for like a 3 or 4 KD. It's just a function of being able to hop in there, do pretty well, have a good time, and make the most out of this hobby, which it is to me. It's a hobby. And, you know, if you're doing a hobby and you're constantly raging, then you should probably pick up another hobby. And my goal as a gamer is to maintain an HF over PO ratio in the order of at least 4 to 5. And when I'm playing with good people online that I enjoy interacting with, I like their company, that tends to go up to closer to a 10. Some nights it's even been a 20. And that's sort of the focus of the content that I bring. How to play games, have fun, do well, and, you know, deliver a playstyle that you can emulate without having the reflexes of a cat. You know, that's how I can best describe myself. So if you've enjoyed this video and you sort of identify with the attitude that I bring to gaming, I hope you come check out my channel. If you haven't already, then I really encourage you to subscribe to NGTGames. There's a ton of great content happening over there. I'm posting there regularly, and I always like to interact with my subscribers, with the viewers of the videos on NGT. I learn a ton from you guys, and, you know, if you can come over and help me out a bit, I'd really appreciate it, because it helps me become a better gamer. And I think that's about all I have. So with that, maybe I'll just sort of sing us out.
If you like what you saw, then go subscribe.
The link to my channel and to NGT Games will be in the description. Cheers, we'll talk soon.
Hey guys, we're on Facebook. Check the description of this video for the link to our new Facebook application. Subscribe and get our latest video updates posted right on the wall on your own Facebook page.